Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. So today's video is about more getting into PowerDirector 365 as a first timer here. So one of the first things you'll notice when you open up the editor is this screen right here. So one thing that you might notice is right over here, this is a blank spot, but when you drop in a video to the first track, all of a sudden this bar opens up right here, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. Everything within this little bar here, the ins and outs of it, or actually probably more of the intro of it, just to kind of give you an introduction of what to go on. So let's get right into it. All right, so there's a video here on the first track, and what I'm going to do is just kind of go left to right to show you what everything is in this little middle bar right here, just to kind of get an idea how to navigate it here. So over here on the left hand side is this audio mixer part, and the main reason why I use this for is, let's say there's all these videos here on the first track and the sound is kind of low or too high, and I want to just adjust the volume here. The main reason why I'll use it is, let's say like right here, I'll play it a little bit and I might think that's a little bit too soft here. There's two ways where I could do it. I could manually go into each video and change the volume, or if I just want to change the whole track volume to be higher up, I would just go into here. So I click on this button, track 1 here, and that's what you see right there. It kind of lights up right there. It's at 0 decibels right now. So let's say I want a little bit louder. I would change it to like 5 and see if that works for me. You'll see right here when I change it to 5, this is the sound right here that kind of went up a little bit. Let me change it back to 0 so you get an idea. See how the volume over here is a little bit lower. Now I change it to 5 and it's going to go up a little bit. So that's just the volume adjusting right there. And now when I play it, Saturday morning, see, a little bit louder there. So that's nice there. So that's the first audio mixer there. And then you can do that for each one of these tracks here. So if there was a video file in track number 2 here, you adjust the volume down as well. You could adjust the volume up or down there. So that's the main reason why I use it here. And that's how I usually use this audio mix here, just to change the volume or adjust the volume on the first or whatever track you want. All right, the second button here is the edit button. I think this is where a lot of the magic happens, and this is definitely going to be another video because there's so much going on when you hit this edit button. Let me do that again. Select the video file, hit edit, and you have all these different options to do. And this is just so this is just for the video here. For within video, you do all these things: borders, cropping, AI as well, and then you go into like different kind of like color grading as well. Background removal. So that's just the video aspect of it, though, like the things you see. If there's audio, you can adjust the volume here. You do speech to text, more AI tools here. So you can definitely see like there's a good amount of things to do and features to do to edit this video within when you hit this edit button here. Mask is putting a circle around it, like kind of like what you see right here in my face. That's the mask. And there's other parts here as well. So I'm going to cover that in another video because there's just so much going on within this edit button right here. So let's just move on to the next one. So this next one is splitting here. I honestly don't use splitting too much here. So when I click on it here, you'll just see the split it right there. But you see right there, and that's split the selected clip T. What I usually do, I just hit the letter T. It's a shortcut key for me there. And I just select a certain part in the video, hit T, and it just trims it up right there. So another way to set up the hotkey, let me go over here and show you. So you go to edit up here, keyboard hotkeys, customize. And then what I like to do is I like to go over here. So this is my hotkeys right here. I actually go to application menu bar, go down to edit. When I click down edit, there's all these options to change around your hotkey. I go all the way down here. Let's go split clip at current time slider. I change it to letter T, and then it automatically applies. You just hit OK and you're all good. And so I just hit T and it splits automatically. So instead of kind of going to hitting video, clicking this one, I usually use a hotkey, but still know that's an option there for you if you like to split your videos. This next one here is another way to trim as well. I honestly don't use this one too much at all, but I'll show you what it looks like. It's a scissor button. Click on it right here. There's single and multiple multi-trim here. I'll show you the single trim. What you do is you kind of adjust it to where you want to trim. Let's say I want to trim right there, and then I'm just going to hit apply. What happens is you see that video goes down to shortens down quite a bit there. It's going to trim out that part that I didn't want. There's also this multi-trim right here. So I'm going to go multi-trim here, and let's say I want these parts right here. I'm just going to shorten it up a little bit right there. So it's going to keep this part right here. And so let's say I want another part right here. This is actually mark in. Let's say over here, mark out. So it's going to keep just these two blue highlighted parts here. I'm going to hit apply. And you see it's going to cut out the parts I didn't want on top of creating two different little clips of it as well. So that's the trimming there. Nice one to have. Again, I don't use it too much. I just like, probably I'm old school, but I just like to hit the T button just to trim it manually. Just go frame by frame and do it that way. But that's my style. You can do whatever feels best for you. The next one here is cropping. You crop here, hit that button, and what cropping is, you just go make it smaller, bigger. So you kind of see what it looks like right here. So you kind of see just, you move it around. That's cropping. You also change around the aspect ratio. So right now 16:9 is kind of like the horizontal orientation, kind of the full screen. You go to 9:16, that's more of like the TikTok, Instagram stories type of kind of format that people like using for social media. And there's all these other different aspect ratios as well. So 1 and 1 is just a square. So you kind of see other ones. There is freeform, which is kind of cool. You kind of just choose your own little frame or aspect ratio here to kind of change it around. So that's one I tend to use as well. But yeah, this is cropping and rotating, and this is one I use from time to time. It's a nice little feature to have. So the next one is adding keyframes, and so keyframes could definitely be a whole separate video in itself here, but I'll kind of show you what it looks like here. So I'm gonna hit this magnifying glass. It's gonna pop up a new screen. How I use the keyframes is zooming in and out. So what I mean by that, this is right here, I'm gonna hit play. This is what the full video looks like. And let's say right there, I wanted to zoom in on this coffee cup here. I'm gonna hit this plus button and then just kind of change or crop it down right to the cup of coffee there. And as you see right there, this is the beginning, and right there I added that keyframe when I hit the plus button. So I hit stop to go back. Let's see what it looks like. It's gonna zoom in right on there. So that's kind of what it looks like to pan and zoom there. And you add more keyframes or duplicate it. I just tend to go right here. I pretty much fully focus on this one right here, just so the triangle, the diamond and the plus sign. And so let's add one right there. And I go back to the full frame again and adjust it back to here. So this is what it looks like when it's from start to finish with these two keyframes I just added. Zoom in, zoom back out. There you go. So yeah, that's really cool with the keyframes right there. This next one here, clip horizontally, vertically. You kind of see what it looks like right now. Let's see, hit flip horizontally, just mirrors it. And then let me go back to the original. And then this is flip vertical, upside down. So yeah, really cool one to have here. Let me go back right there. So this one right here is change the speed of the selected clip. I'm gonna hit that one. It's kind of like your barometer there. And you see right here, I tend to, whenever I do mess around or play around with the speed, I'm just gonna pretty much go on the uniform speed here. You can do presets, but what I do like is just going to speed. Note that 1.0x is regular speed, and when you go to like, let's say 3 or 13, no, 3.0, that's gonna triple it. It's gonna make it so much more faster. So you saw that the clip kind of became a lot more shorter. That's because it's going so much faster now. So let's like hit play. Yeah, even hear the voice there. It's quite fast as well. If you wanted to slow it down, let me go back to 1 to normal speed. That's normal speed. If you want to make it slower, let's say by half, go 0.5. And that clip becomes so much longer. The speech is probably gonna be a lot slower too. Let's hear it real quick. Yeah, so that's slow motion there. That's a cool one to have from when you mess around with the speed right there. This next one here is a nice little one. This little star wand. There's all these little AI type of options to do, and let me load it up real quick. But you have all these different AI options all kind of automatically color grade for you right here. So if you wanted to do that one, that you show the before and after, and then yeah, just hit apply. If you wanted to kind of change it around, you can change it around, but it's going to open up another box there. So just so you know, there you go, opens up another box. But know that is a kind of like a quick shortcut option to do the AI in there. So a lot of cool little features to have within AI embedded within the menu bar. So if you did have a shaky video, this would be a good one to have right here, stabilize video. And so it's going to pop up here, and then again, this is another shortcut to that video enhance right there. Click on this one, apply video stabilization, and it's going to correct the stabilization as best as possible. Again, it's probably not going to be 100% perfect, but it'll get you closer to more of a stable video there. So it's just a checkbox here, and then you could also adjust the level of it as well if you wanted to. This next one here is brightness for your media. It's just changing around the color. Let's say you have extreme backlight, just click that box, and you also adjust it as well. Again, it's going to go kind of a shortcut back to the video color part if you hit the edit button, but it's another shortcut. It's a nice one to have. It's a checkbox, adjust the lighting. There's also all these other parts that you could adjust as well. And again, I'll cover that in another video because this is just part of the edit button. It has so many different options to cover. So let's move on to the next one. This Venn diagram here is another one for color grading. If I click on it, it's going to again open up video, color, and do a lot more color grading here options here, so you can adjust that around. I'll cover this in another video, but when you mess around with these settings here, you kind of see like before and after. Before, this is what it looks like. Now it's a little bit yellow. Let's say I want to mess with the tint, you totally change around. So now it becomes a red tile there. So nice little feature when you do your color grading there. All right, so the next one here is generate subtitles with speech to text. If I click on that one right there, this one needs credits. So let's say there was text involved, or there is text in this video here. I would just hit this button right here. It's gonna do its thing. It's gonna listen to the audio and then make its own subtitles there. And again, this is another shortcut. You'll see everything that, all the text that I had or all the things I was saying now, it's created subtitles for it, and it's right over here.
Saturday morning.
And again, that's another shortcut for over here, the subtitles right here. So it's going to take you right over here to this part. So a nice little shortcut to have right there. All right, the next one here is more keyframes. Use keyframes to fix, enhance, or change attributes of selecting clip. So let's see this clip right here. I'm going to hit it. And so these are the two keyframes, these yellow little diamonds that you see here. What you can do is adjust the volume, all these different attributes here. So this is all the keyframe settings that you have here, little adjustments. This is color grading adjustments right there. So a lot of options you have within keyframes, and it's going to make the adjustments based on whatever that you select here. The next one here is the trash can. So if I hit this, it just disappears. The clip disappears. So it's a nice little way to just to remove a clip that you don't want. But you can also do another shortcut. You select the clip, hit delete, it's going to go away automatically. And the last one I'm going to show you is this one over here, show more editing features. When you click on that one, it's pretty much the same way of if you go over here to the video, select the video, right click, you get the kind of the same options here. Out of all these, ones that I use the most, copy. So like I'll copy this one, this clip right here, and then right click, hit paste. It's going to paste it automatically. Another one that I like to use is over here, where it's unlink video and audio. And what it's going to do is you see this video file right here. The audio and the video are in the same file right now. So when I click on this one here, unlink video and audio, what it's going to do is create two different files. There's just one video file, one audio file. This audio file, let's say I didn't want this part of the audio right here. I just trimmed it, leave a gap, and it's going to cut out that audio. So it's a nice little cool feature to have with unlink or relink them there. So that's one that I use here. Let's see if there's other ones that I really use quite a bit here. Yeah, so like right click, I think mute clip is one that I use as well. But again, all these other ones, like these are just, there's other ways to get to it through the shortcuts here. So that's a quick little rundown of this middle menu bar right here. You have the icons. Now hopefully you get a better idea of what each one does here. Know that they're like, it'll just kind of shortcut you to other places within PowerDirector, but know this is a really cool option to have when you're getting started to get familiar with how to use the editor. But yeah, thank you so much for visiting. I will definitely see you in the next video, and take care.